This might be one of the most controversial topics there is right now in Valorant. And some people have been telling me, yeah, Valorant is not dying, Valorant is doing great. And in my honest opinion, it's something in the middle. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Fatman, I make daily Valorant content. And if you want to join the family or whatever, subscribe, because we're at like 14k, which is awesome. But today we're going to be discussing why Valorant is dying or is not dying. That's what you're gonna see in the video. And there's one key simple thing that people misinterpret. Well, one thing I want to be talking about is rank. The other one about Twitch drops or key drops or whatever they are. That's horrible. People think the game is actually dying because those viewers, there are thousands of them, right? There were thousands and thousands, 100,000 people watching one single stream. Most of these people were bots. So we don't have to go extremely into detail. But this is one of those games that the hype has died down. That doesn't mean the game is dying. It just means it's just like any other game. It just means it's like the same player count as Overwatch. It means it's the same player count as CSGO. If we look at, my MS Paint over here, this is what it looked like at the start, so I guess like 3 months ago when I started doing YouTube. Then it slowly started dying off, something like this, and this was the release. So I think that was like a month ago or so. So 4th of June, it was either 4th of June or 4th of June, and it went like something like this. I'm pretty sure we can simply speculate the game hasn't died yet, right? Because right now, personally, I would say the player count is somewhere like that, right? So if you're watching this like even 3 years later, you will realize that Valorant is not actually a dead game. And every single game had this. Overwatch had this. CSGO even had this at the start. It didn't have as many players. But a lot of people actually misinterpret that hype and dying is actually two big differences. And then people say, oh, this game started dying, I can't find any players, the ranked sucked. So I started playing ranked and it's fucking terrible. Like, how is a platinum 2 player bottom fragging while I'm top fragging and I'm gold 2 or 3? A lot of pro players have stopped, simply playing the game because the ranked system sucks for them. You can't do anything for when you get Radiant rank, right? You most likely won't have this problem. What is a huge problem in every single competitive game is the solo queue, because all these games are very tightly based, balanced games, so what that means, you will need a 5-man stack performing pretty well. So unless you're playing like 5-man stacks, you're gonna be matched up with some random players, right? And it's up to them and it's up to you if you can carry so hard that you can ace every single round, 30 rounds in a row. And that really off-puts people. I think that really off-puts a lot of people. And a lot of people haven't even been considering the potential of mobile and console. So mobile and console as actually a huge thing that's coming to Valorant. Mobile for sure, console pretty sure that's gonna come out as well. People haven't even seen that. So imagine Fortnite. So they're in the same situation as Fortnite right now, except Fortnite was on console at the start. So I'm pretty sure it just came out flat out to console at the beginning. However, they still need some time to develop it on console, of course. This is not like Fortnite, you can't run and spray around and do whatever. And mobile is something they're already doing, right? It's already in development. Devs are already working on it. And that reminded me, I really have to send like a tweet to one of the console devs or Riot devs or whatever. That would be awesome. But yeah, the ranked system is just awful. The ranked is really not nice right now. Do I think it has potential? Yeah, but solo queue is just simply broken. Even like 3-man queue, I usually play with my my friend. It's a 2-man queue, and that's just horrible. That's terrible. It doesn't work. So that's already out of the way unless you have like 5 mans. Are you really gonna be waiting for people, you know, to just start the game and whatever? So this game is sort of like Overwatch in my honest opinion. So what will happen with Valorant is, you know, Riot is gonna be putting a lot of cash and money into this. So, you know, they really want to make this game grow. So esport games are out now and they're getting a lot of views, And I'm guessing like the tournament prize pools are like 50k right now, which is not much in the esports scene. Overall, it's a lot. However, what I think this is gonna be like Overwatch, so it's gonna have, you know, slowly grow. So this is the span of 3 to 5 years, right? This is probably the best growth I can think of. So slowly, it will grow, just like Overwatch did, then still stagnate a little. Something will happen, like the agents will die, and it will slowly stagnate. I wish I'll just make it better and a little smaller here, so this will stagnate a little, and then just die down a bit, right? If you look at this, I gotta delete this, but slowly stagnate, and potentially a new update comes, or for Overwatch 2 for that matter, and it goes back at least on a half. So starting to have the hype thing. So people have been saying a lot of this, you know, oh, the game is dying, the game is doing bad. Guys, this is just the beginning. This is 1.02 update. So if you're watching this in the future, you're probably at 1.5, 1.6 update, 1.7, 1.8. People haven't even been considering the community from console. People haven't been considering community from mobile. You know, a lot of things people aren't considering here is the potential this game has. This game could be the next CSGO. And I think the YouTubers that start uploading now, so for example, if you're a Valorant console YouTuber, or just not a Valorant console YouTuber, just a Valorant YouTuber, this is a great way to start your channel or whatever. There's a competition is still big, right? But this is actually the time you can make a name in the community, because it's pretty easy to get, you know, there's gonna be a lot of searches and not a lot of stuff to be making about. So I only know about 10 to 15 YouTube content creators that are actually doing that well, to, you know, make a living for Valorant, of course. Others are just like, I guess like pro players. Hiko is like got really big. Before his channel was just like a few thousand viewers, and this is a big potential for anyone looking, you know. But if you're just wondering how this game will do over time, I guess it will be kind of like Overwatch. If you want to, you know my honest opinion, it can either be really good or really bad. So one thing we haven't considered here is how mobile and console will affect this. I have to get back to this. But mobile and console will just increase the player count tremendously, because it's free, right? Why wouldn't you want a free game? And I guess if it's free, why shouldn't you play it, right? Do I think like the constant updates are gonna make this game grow forever? So no, this game is not dying. We still have the constant updates, we have the constant support, we have the constant whatever, you know. New agents, is new content is, so for example, except TF2, which has like a very great community, most of the games died out because they didn't have new content to bring players in. But content in new agents means, you know, more reasons to play because the meta changes. That's why League of Legends did so good for such a long time. A lot of people won't consider this, and a lot of people don't talk about this, but esport. So why is esports so good for a game? Because it brings a lot of viewers. Viewers, especially if you have, you know, connections and it goes from mobile and console to actual esports. I think it's a great thing to actually do. So esports, why don't, you know, every single community or every single game do esport tournaments or whatever, or esport live stuff? Well, some do. But you need prize pools, right? And that costs a lot of money. You need a community where people will actually watch this. But if you have that, you can make, you know, something really fun and entertaining. You can make like sort of a TV show. I think it's a great thing, to be honest. And if, you know, there are content creators doing videos for 2 to 3 years, it's gonna be looking really good for them. But yeah, this is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. This is my opinion on is Valorant dying and the growth, and you know, how big will Valorant get. There's so many questions, and a bit of, you know, Valorant console snippet. Be sure to check out my other videos. This is Fama, sign out. Peace, guys.